Hey, what's going on everybody? Willis here. We are back with another First Descendant video. Got a very special one for you guys today. In this video, I wanted to show you probably the best boss soloing build in the entire game. Yes, we're using Lepic. Before we jump into the video, for this video and this video only, I'm going to be giving away a ultimate Descendant. Yes, just for this video. If you want to enter, like the video, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed with bell notifications turned on. I'm going to be picking the winner tomorrow on my live stream, so be sure you're in the Discord so you know when I go live. And with that being said, let's jump into it. So before I even start this build, I want to give a massive shout out to Afersie over on YouTube. I'm going to link his YouTube channel in the video description. He actually has the world record right now for the fastest hard mode boss clear on Lepic using this build. This is actually his build. You're able to basically kill hard mode bosses in seconds. It's kind of nuts. So diving straight in, I just want to show you guys the modules I'm using. As you can see, the red mod that I have is called Firearm Master, and I don't even have it maxed out. So that's the only thing I think my build is sort of missing, is this maxed out Firearm Master. This takes a ton of gold and a ton of Kuiper shards. So starting off, obviously, this build is actually going to be utilizing Ultimate Lepic. Lepic is actually pretty nuts. He was the first character I played in the first ever beta for this game, and I basically just fell in love with him. He's cool as hell, and he has a sick rocket launcher for an arm. So yeah, this build is obviously going to take a lot of grinding. This took me around, I think, 2 days to farm properly, and it took a lot of resets on my Lepic as well. So obviously, I've actually added stuff like the extra socket types as well, just to bring the cost down of the module capacity. And I think I've done this around 3 to 4 times in total. So yeah, I've probably leveled up Lepic around 5 times now. So yeah, I kind of grinded like hell for this build just because I thought it was cool as hell. So I guess let's start off here. The main mod you're going to need is called Firearm Master. And this is currently only for Ultimate Lepic. You cannot use this on the normal Lepic. Now, basically what this does is reloading your weapon increases your skill range. Changing your weapon increases your skill power. Now, I don't know the exact math because for some reason, these mods don't show any values. So you have to basically do a bunch of digging. But just know it's a ton of damage. I'm using Dual Claw, obviously, to increase my capacity. We've got skill concentration. We've got skill critical hit damage. Just gives you a ton of skill critical hit damage, which is pretty much what makes this build hit like crazy. Next up, we have skill amplification, which gives you skill power modifier 84.5% when fully upgraded, and it also reduces your max MP by minus 25%. We've got emergency measures, which gives you skill critical hit and skill critical hit damage, a very important mod to make sure you max out first. Next up, we have skill insight. This gives you a ton of skill critical hit rate. Next up, we have maximize efficiency. Now, this isn't really required that much. So if you're going to be making this build, you can upgrade this one last. Then we've got frontlines, which gives a ton more critical hit damage and a ton of skill critical hit rate. I'm basically using energy collection just for like a filler module until I can get Firearm Master upgraded. We're using skill extension, which obviously increases the duration of our skills. And to finish up, we're using Fire Specialist, which increases our fire skill power by 81%. And as you can see, all the values here we have on the side, we have 207 skill critical hit damage, 207 skill critical hit rate, skill duration 36, skill power 84.5, the fire skill 81%, and yeah, we've got 14% MP recovery. Now, I haven't actually tried this, but this could be a potential better red mod. It's called increased efficiency, and you can actually use this mod on the normal version of Lepic. So if you don't have Ultimate Lepic, this is another route you could take. Essentially, this one works in the way that MP is no longer consumed while your unique weapon is active. It consumes MP when attacking with the unique weapon. It also recovers MP when the unique weapon lands a critical hit, which is basically what our unique weapon will be doing this entire build. So if you don't have Ultimate Lepic, try this out. I haven't tried it myself because I just haven't got this mod to drop yet. This one's actually from the hard mode Executioner, which is the level 102 boss. So yeah, maybe if you get that mod, you could potentially try that out. But we're going to be using Firearm Master because that's the mod I got. To get this mod, it's actually even harder. You get it from hard mode Obstructor, which is the level 122 boss. Yeah, I think this was one of the first proper challenging bosses I fought. We fought it yesterday on stream, and yeah, we killed it for the first time. Pretty awesome when you have a good, nice, strong team. So as soon as I got that mod, basically, I wanted to farm for this Lepic build to show you guys. Now, up next, you're probably thinking, what weapons am I using? Now, honestly, this is a complete skill build simply for just one-shotting bosses. So it doesn't really matter what weapons you use. Obviously, I'm just using the Tamer because it's great. And I'm using the Vestigial Organ because I'm a Glay main. I'm using a tactical rifle, which I'll explain in a sec, because now we're going to be talking about my reactors. Now, reactors are kind of a major thing for this build as well, because it's all about the main stat on your reactor. Now, I actually was fortunate enough to get this super insane drop today, but this isn't still the best I could get. I could still get this on like a yellow reactor, but I still managed to get insane rolls. So I actually managed to drop a reactor that had additional skill attack when attacking a Colossus. And the main one we need is skill critical hit damage, which managed to drop. So this is the two best things you could get for your reactor right here. And the skill power boost ratio, we've got fire skill power boost and we've got tech skill power boost. And obviously to activate these, I need a tactical rifle equipped, which is basically what I do in this build. So I make sure to have my tactical rifle out when I'm using my skills. Obviously the very most important thing for this build is the reactor. As of right now, as of July 13th, the rotation for White Knight Gulch on the Fortress Outskirts mission is the Burning Singularity Reactor. It has a 50% chance to drop. So run this mission on hard mode and you can get a ton of these reactors for free. Obviously, these rotate. So yeah, if it's not here for you, check a mission that does have it and you can farm that reactor extremely quick. We're using a full Slayer set, which is actually from the hard mode Pyro boss. A very difficult boss, but you need to farm out a full 4-piece of these components. The stats really don't matter that much because obviously if you get hit like once, twice, or 3 times with this build, let's be honest, you're going to die. You basically just need to one-shot the boss. But what you do need on your sensor is you need some max MP. Try and get some high purple rolls or maybe even some yellow rolls. Try and get some max MP on your sensor. That's very important. As for like the other things, it really doesn't matter that much. Just make sure you have a full 4-piece Slayer set because the 4-piece basically gives you a skill cost plus 15, but it also gives you skill power plus 26, which is massive. As for our perks down in the bottom here, we have 16k skill power, 7,400 defense, 972 max shield, and only 2,000 max HP, as well as our max MP is 275. So this is why it's very important to try and get some max MP on your sensor piece. Once again, for my Descendant, I am using Ultimate Lepic. You've probably guessed by now. So yeah, I guess let me just show you how to basically do the build. So obviously I need to use my weapon. I need my weapon out so I actually get the full perks from my reactor. But say for a fact you're using like a yellow reactor, you will need the ultimate weapon out. So like I said, this probably isn't very good to use a yellow reactor unless you have that specific ultimate weapon. So yeah, it is still worth to get a yellow reactor with the perks like this. But unless you have that ultimate weapon, I honestly don't think it's worth it. Like you can still see the damage I do even with a purple reactor. So yeah, it's pretty simple what you need to do. Obviously, we're going to be activating the Firearm Master. And the way Firearm Master works, I explained it earlier. Reloading a weapon increases your skill range. Changing your weapon increases your skill power. So we need to do this at the start of the fight to basically activate it. So as you can see there, whenever we switch weapons, we get the perk there on the left of my character, you can see. So basically what I like to do is just empty a bit of bullets at the start, switch back, and just as I get to the boss, I use the C ability, which obviously enhances my unique weapon. I then switch to my scout rifle, reload, switch to my ult, roll, and you basically just start shooting. I missed every shot, but yeah, you can see. The damage is kind of nuts, as you can see. I did kind of scuff my first shot there, so we're going to do that again. So obviously we need to reload and switch weapons. So do that. Press C. Switch to my scout rifle, reload, switch to your unique weapon. You can actually roll to cancel the animation, so you can start shooting straight away. And yeah, you can look at that damage. Now, this isn't really a mobbing type build. This is simply just for soloing bosses and basically one-shotting them. I'm going to link Afersie's channel in the video description. So if you want to go over to his channel and actually check out his mobbing build using, I guess, this ultimate Lepic, then that's probably the place to start for that as well. Now, you're probably wondering the question I think I asked myself as well. How good is this build for saying soloing Pyromaniac, Swamp Walker, Structor? The question is, I don't know yet because I haven't tried it. But I did some research and I checked out that it is able to basically almost kill Pyromaniac with this build. I think Afersie said he managed to get him to like 20% health, which is still nuts, considering he is basically strong against fire attack, which is pretty much what ultimate Lepic is. Yeah, I think that's pretty nuts. What my team is actually doing within the next day or two is we are getting 4 ultimate Lepics with this build, and we are basically going to go and test it in like hard mode bosses and see if it's actually worth it to like get like a full 4-man of this build, because by itself it's insane, but imagine 4 of these on a team, like how crazy that would be. Now, it is probably going to take you a lot of farming to actually get this build, but when I tell you it's probably one of the funnest builds I've tried, it's extremely fun. Now, if you're like a Glaymane or just any other character and you just don't want to like try and get an ultimate Lepic or farm for it, that's fine. That's completely fine. But if for some chance you get like an ultimate Lepic code and you get like a firearm master or like one of Lepic's red Transcendant modules, then hey, it might be worth just trying this out. It's extremely fun. And when you're carrying your friends, they're just in shock because it's just one shot and everything basically dies. But yeah, I do want to give a massive shout out to Afersie. Obviously, this is his build. Feel free to obviously perfect it as well. I feel like the build itself isn't perfect. I don't think it's perfect. I still think you can get some improvements on the build just using other mods and stuff. So come and join the Discord. Come and brainstorm. See if you can find out better variations of this build. And maybe someone will make a perfected version and maybe even kill a boss in like 1 second. Who knows? But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And once again, for this video and this video only, we are giving away a ultimate Descendant to 1 lucky viewer. Like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe with bell notifications turned on for a chance to win a ultimate Descendant. And you could win yourself a ultimate Lepic. And yeah, if you win, you could just pick ultimate Lepic and make this build. Come and join the Discord, guys. It is linked at the top of the video description, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.